AI video generation is fast, but depending on your budget and how much you're willing to spend, sometimes you won't get the highest quality. Robotic audio, low resolution, not to mention no captions, the wrong aspect ratios. So the gap between generated and published ready is where creators lose a lot of time. And here's a part nobody talks about. Most AI generators charge you more for high resolution outputs. You're paying a premium rate for a 4K generation when you actually don't need to pay that, because I'm going to show you a way you can avoid paying those fees. So here's the move. You generate your drafts cheap at 720 or 1080p. You pick your best take, then you run it through UniConverter. This is the finishing layer. If you put every AI clip through this before it goes anywhere, you can get a 4K resolution without ever paying 4K generation prices. The links to Wondershare's UniConverter are going to be down in the description and the pinned comments. Make sure to go down there. Right now, you can download UniConverter 17 completely for free, and it's available for both Windows and Mac. It's actually very simple. Just click here on free download. Once that's done downloading, just double click the file and it will install Wondershare UniConverter onto your Mac or your Windows. Once we've downloaded and opened up Wondershare UniConverter on our desktop, this is the main UI that you're going to see. Very easy to understand. Here at the top, you've got some of the main tools. All three of these tools are really powerful. For example, the converter is going to help you batch convert video, audio, and image files into other formats. The downloader is going to help you batch download video and audio files. And then you have the video enhancer, which will automatically enhance videos for a clear quality with fluid motions, which is AI powered as well. You can see here that they've added a new model to this tool. Down here at the bottom, they make it very easy for you to find the rest of the tools, because you can just filter through here by video, image, audio. Now over to the left in this menu, you have this AI tools option here. If we click this, it will put all the AI tools together in one spot for you to just scroll through and experiment with. So in this video, we're going to break down powerful features. And the first one that we're going to check out is the video enhancer. So let's come here and click on add files. And I'm going to go find a video on my desktop. So I'm selecting my video here. Now this is a copyright-free piece of footage. It's retro and grainy, low quality, probably high quality for the time that it was filmed. All right, so now that we have our video here, as you can see, if we scroll through here, it's low quality. Now I want to use this just to show you how powerful this is. And this alone is a type of content that actually performs really well. If you've ever seen it before, it's retro footage that's upscaled, and people love to watch this kind of stuff. Over here on the right, we have some options and some settings that we can start picking to enhance this video. So here we have the quality enhancement settings. So it's a standard, ultra gen AI, clearer, more natural. If we hover over this question mark, it explains here that upscaling preserves the aspect ratio without stretching the video, and the Gen AI models may require more resources and time. And we can do 2x quality, 4x quality, 1080p, and 2K. And then down here, if we click on Topaz Ultra, this will give us 1080p and 4K. I'm going to come down here. It says face enhancement, optimizes and enhances faces to restore high definition clarity, structural detail, and natural skin texture. And then here it gives us an option to actually enhance anime visuals with improved clarity and detail. It's perfect for AI creators and content creators and animators. Here we have the night scene enhancement, which is a great tool. If you have actual footage from your camera that's filmed in low light quality, you can put it here and optimize that footage as well. Here you have an option to remove the noise. So let's click on general denoise. We also have color enhancement here and video deflicker. And then below here, we have motion stability. So you can stabilize a video. You can fix frame interpolation, right? It says converts low frame rate videos up to 240 frames per second for a smoother playback. And then you have motion blur. So smooth out choppy unnatural motion with AI driven natural motion. So let's come back here to quality. I'm going to click here on 2K, and let's come down to the bottom. It tells me my total estimated credits. I'm going to enhance all and export. Export task has been created. You can view the processing status and progress in the list below. So I'm going to click here on confirm. And down here at the bottom, we can now see that it's analyzing the file, and it's going to be taking the resolution from 876 by 630 to 2002 by 1440, basically 2K. The file size will be bigger, but we should have a better quality video. So let's give this a second. Our video is finished. We have a 2K version. Let's check them out side by side and see how Wondershare UniConverter improved our video. We can see that it made the footage a lot clearer. It's definitely 2K, and I love seeing this old footage upscaled like this because you can see all these details that you couldn't see before. And I think that's why this footage does so well on Instagram and TikTok and platforms like that, because people have never seen this footage at a level of quality like this. So this is an AI clip that I exported in 780p, and on the platform that I generated this on, if I wanted to export it in 4K, they didn't even have an option for that. And now with Wondershare's UniConverter, we can use the Topaz Ultra Gen AI, and we can take this video up to 4K. So I'm going to select here 4K. I'm going to come down here to enhance all and export. I'm going to click confirm, and then we'll do a side by side and we'll see the difference. We can see it down here is already getting to work. We can see the resolution again is changing from 1280 by 720 to 3840 by 2160. So let's give it a second and let's see what we get. And the issue with generating clips with AI in 4K is the cost of it and the time that it takes. When I say the cost, I mean the tokens that they're going to charge you on the platforms to generate that in that quality, the cost that the models are going to charge you for the quality. Maybe you're working on a high quality project like a short film or a piece of content that you're selling to a brand, or maybe you just want to take your content to that next level. A lot of the platforms like Instagram favor high quality content, and sometimes you don't even know that your quality is low because 780 looks good. The thing about 4K, if it gets played anywhere, it's going to look great. So you take advantage of the low quality being cheaper and faster to generate on most models and most platforms. You pick the clips that you want to use, you throw them in here, and you upscale them to 4K. As we just saw there in the example, the difference between a 780p clip and a 4K clip in detail is huge. And don't forget that we also have all these other features that we can work with anytime that we want to edit a video. So the next tool I want to check out here is the Subtitle editor. Let's click here on add files. I'm going to add a clip that needs some captions or some subtitles. Perfect. And here we can see on the right, it's giving us options to add auto subtitles generated with AI, to import a subtitle file, to convert text to subtitle lines. Then you have manual subtitles. You can add subtitles by auto generating them, importing a file, or creating them manually. Now for this clip, I'm going to just generate some subtitles automatically by clicking here. All right, so it's identified the source language as English, which is correct. We have the option here to translate this. We have a max character per line, so we can do unlimited whole sentence, and then we have the AI subtitle reflow. This optimizes your subtitle line breaks to preserve meaning and readability. I'm going to turn that on, and then I'm going to come down here to generate. All right, looks like it's finished. I'm going to click here on OK. All right, so now we have our subtitles here on the right, and we can actually edit them by double clicking them. We can come over here to appearance and use these pre-built templates. So the captions right now are at the bottom, as we can see here, and we have these presets that we can pick. Let's scroll through here and look at the different presets. All right, I think I like the yellow text, and let's come over here and we can actually make it maybe a little bit smaller. Let's go to 30. So there you can see the caption got a bit smaller, and we can change the transparency. We can make them a bit more bold. We can also make them italic. We can give them an underline as well. I'm going to take that underline off, and let's come down here. We can turn on and off the text outline. We can turn on a background. We can change the color of the background here and the transparency, and you also have the shadow. So I think for now I'm going to turn the background off. I'm going to leave it like this. Before we export, let's give this a preview. I'm going to scroll this back here, and we're going to hit play.
In a world where work is cold, one man found a little warmth. But loving a star requires a very high SPF.
All right, perfect. So I think that looks great. And if we wanted to translate it, we could always come here to translator, and we can change this from English to a different language. So let's click here and let's change this to Spanish. Let's come down here to Spanish. All right, here's Spanish, and we can do bilingual, original and Spanish. So let's do that. Let's do generate. Cool. So I'm going to click here on OK. I'm going to click here on yes. So now if we look at the timeline down here, you'll see that we have English and Spanish captions. Let's click here on play and check it out.
In a world where work is cold, one man found a little warmth. But loving a star requires a very high SPF. Sunburned.
you can see the English caption here and the Spanish caption below. So this is perfect. If you come over to the bottom right here, you can then export it by clicking here on export, and it gives us 3 different file types. So we can either get the captions, we can get the project file, or we can get the MP4 file. I think for now I'm going to just try and get all 3, and I'm going to export. Perfect. And now I have the captions and the video files saved locally on my computer. So another feature I want to highlight is the noise remover feature here. If we click here on add file, you can just upload any video. Now you could use this to improve AI video clips, like remove small artifacts. Sometimes you'll hear like a little buzz or a little robotic sound, and you can use this to clean up that. If it's a scene of somebody talking in the street and they're talking to camera and you can't really hear them because there's cars and things happening in the background, you can definitely use a tool like this and denoise that so you can clearly hear the speaker. It's very simple. You just click here on denoise all and export, and it'll denoise it and export it for you automatically. Now you really wouldn't want to use it on this clip because the sounds were perfect in this clip, but here's an example of what this can do, right? We saw this clip earlier in the video and it has a bunch of sound in it. You hear all the sound effects of the hoverboard and the street. If we come here to preview, you'll see that it removes that sound from the clip completely. There's still a subtle sound there, but really you want to use this feature to clean up issues with audio. This clip was perfect. Now I use these types of tools all the time with my voiceovers. I've already downloaded these files, so I'm going to close this out. Now here's a tip. If you do a lot of vlogs or talking head stuff, you could use the AI noise remover to clean up that background noise for you. Now let's come over to the quick access menu here on the left, and I'm going to click on the converter. And I'm going to add some files here. I've uploaded one of the clips from earlier, and here you can see that it gives us the option to convert this clip into either a video file, an audio file, an image file. It gives us even device options and web video options. Right now it's set as the source, so it's an MP4 because it's a video. It's got no subtitles. This is the clip we generated without the subtitles. Here it gives us the option to keep the audio tracks. We're going to keep the audio tracks, and over here we're going to do some editing where we can turn this clip into different aspect ratios for different platforms really quick. For example, if we come over here to the right and we click on 9:16, you'll see down here that it's created a 9:16 version. We can always move the frame around like this and change up our video. So you can do 1:1, 4:3, 9:16, and 16:9. So you can resize your clip to share across different platforms really easily here. And you can also use those subtitle generators, and you have some effects here. So if we click here on effect, we can actually add in some different filters. We can add some video effects. Here's a great feature. You can actually add a watermark. If we click here on text type, I can write here my watermark. And you'll see down here in this video, it says my watermarks. You can type anything you want there. And if you click here on image type, you can actually use your brand and logo. Come over to subtitles and you can just add the subtitles here. So it's basically compressing everything that we saw earlier. You also have the audio options here. So you can turn up the volume. You can enhance the human voice. So let's turn that up a little bit. You can remove the background noise here, and you can fade in and fade out. And then you also have the speed feature here. The beauty of this is you can add multiple files and you can quickly edit and convert them into different file formats or different aspect ratios. You can edit them up a little bit here, allowing you to do bulk editing real easy, and in turn allowing you to post more. Another feature here is the compressor, and this allows you to batch compress videos and audio. So let's say you have some big files that you need to send over to a client. You can always add the files here and compress those. So we're back here on the AI tools panel, and some of the other features here that I want to highlight are the thumbnail maker. If you're creating videos on YouTube, this is going to give you a very easy way to create your thumbnails. And you can use this in more than one way. You could use this just to create content. If you look on the left, you'll see that it has a prompt input box. You can just write out any type of prompt that you want. It has an option to add in a reference, and it also has the models here at the top. You'll see that they have all the top models like Nano Banana 2, GPT Image 2, and the Seedream models. They have these templates here that you can select from. So you can click here on Ultimate Fan and it will change the prompt down here. If we we click here where it says thumbnail, you'll see that they have thumbnail templates that you can pick from as well. So this makes it very easy for you guys to create a high quality thumbnail. For example, we'll use this prompt here and we'll click on generate. Now we can see the thumbnail that it created. And if we look at the prompt, it says here the main subject is epic football goals and the text title is insane goals. So this is a plug and play prompt. If I come here and change this to epic, I'm changing the main subject to epic hockey plays. The title text, I'm going to change it to hat trick, and let's do generate. And this should change up the thumbnail to an epic hockey thumbnail. So let's see if it does that for us. As you can see here, it generated exactly what I was looking for, a eye-catching thumbnail for hockey. And it's got the word there, hat trick at the top, and it says epic hockey plays. So it changed up when I updated the prompt here. If you need thumbnails for content or images for Twitter posts or Instagram posts, you can always generate them here. Overall, the tool is packed with AI features. Don't forget the text-to-speech features, the speech-to-text features, the vocal remover features, this video background remover feature. You also have smart summarizers. So overall, Wondershare UniConverter is not just a simple tool. It's packed with a bunch of features that are going to help you create more high-quality content. I hope you guys found this video helpful. The links to Wondershare are going to be down in the description and the pinned comments. Make sure to go down there and download the desktop version for either Windows and Mac and start using Wondershare UniConverter today completely for free. For those new here, I'm the avatar of John Kelly, one of the minds behind Digital Creator AI. We built this channel from scratch to over 110K, and we're helping creators and solopreneurs master the best AI tools, workflows, and strategies. So if that sounds like you, make sure to subscribe and turn on those notifications. Also, don't forget, if you want to turn your content on social media into an actual online business, you're going to need systems. So for a limited time, I'm hooking up my viewers with a free Instagram DM and comment automation tool so you don't have to pay for expensive apps like ManyChat. You'll never miss another comment or DM on Instagram, and I'll personally show you how I use it to get leads while I sleep and sell digital products on autopilot. If that sounds like something you need, the link is also down in the description. Sign up and let me know what you think. Now, if you're interested in taking your AI generated content to the next level, and making sure your hooks, scripts, and copy sound authentic and human, watch the video showing up on the screen, and I'll catch you all in the next one.